Hi, this is Maxine Ramos from the New England Real Estate Journal. We're here in Providence, Rhode Island at the Cocktails and Conversations event.
New England Real Estate Journal Radio on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
Welcome to the New England Real Estate Journal radio show. I'm Rick Kaplan with Eric Wilson, and we're here today in the city of Providence, Rhode Island at the Hilton Hotel doing our NEREJ Cocktails and Conversation.
Yeah, what a fantastic turnout once again. Rick, you put together another great event, and we're super excited to be here. I mean, the place is packed, the energy's high. You couldn't ask for a better event.
It is. There's quite a few people here, and it's a little cloudy outside, so
that's what I mean.
It made me a little nervous that some people weren't going to attend, but everyone, because we haven't had rain in so long.
Yeah, exactly.
But everyone's here, and everyone's having good conversation, and they're
networking strong.
Yeah.
By the way, really good choice on the appetizers.
You like that?
Yeah, you did a nice little fajita bar.
Yeah,
and,
the fajita bar, and I had some coconut shrimp in there.
Yeah, it smells like some, what are those, the steak...
Slide. Oh, and the teriyaki
stick, and then the chicken wrapped in bacon.
Yeah.
Teriyaki stick. That was really good.
Well,
too.
Everything wrapped in bacon is good.
Yeah, anything wrapped in bacon.
And then, there's a perfect way to sell commercial real estate.
Yeah, right. Wrapping in bacon.
Wrapping in bacon.
But we did put on you did put on a fantastic event. I'm really excited that it's we still have a few more hours, so I'm assuming. We can still see people falling in now at 7 o'clock.
That's right.
An hour after the thing. So it really is looking to be a jammed, packed crowd. And I might have to wipe my forehead a few times on camera just because it is getting
And, one of the great sponsors of the show, City of Warwick, Rhode Island, and City Center.
Right. And the mayor's going to join us a little bit later to talk.
And the mayor's going to join us. And they're also a platinum sponsor of the event today.
Yeah.
So
they're doing big things in Warwick.
Yeah, and Warwick is incredible things going on.
Yeah, they got rated in.
And the mayor was on the show about a month ago.
Right.
And
you went
talked
down there.
about a lot of those things.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty interesting.
show. I actually had to watch that show because I wasn't in it, and it was really good.
And I have to give kudos to Corey, our video and our producer.
Kudos used to be a pretty decent candy bar. So if you're giving kudos to Corey, I appreciate it. I think he deserves it.
But he did a nice job on that
the
video of that show. If you haven't seen the video, go to YouTube, go to NEREJ
Journal. Yep.
And you can watch the video with Mayor Avedizian of Warwick, Rhode Island.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. You get to find out all the great things that they're doing in Warwick, and it's very good. I mean, it's just from what you know about what's going on in Rhode Island since 2008, it's really good to see that Warwick's really picking it up.
Yeah, I think that a lot of Rhode Island is starting to redevelop a lot of areas.
Right.
And they're starting, and they have such beautiful coastline.
I know, it's ridiculous.
So, but today you and Corey went out and you were taking pictures.
Yeah, we went down to the Newport Mansions, and we did the cliff walk, and we wanted to get a lot of beautiful shots of the ocean, some of the mansions over by Salvage Regina University, and it was a lot of fun.
So people should look forward to seeing that video.
Yeah, the intro to all of our videos.
Of this New England Real Estate Journal Cocktails and Conversations, because there's going to be a lot of great parts of Rhode Island.
Right, we also went down to Narragansett as well.
Yeah, with the beautiful coastline that Rhode Island has, and affordable property values down there.
It was crazy too because we were going over the Jamestown Bridge, and for all you listeners who listened to our show last week, we had our New York show.
The New York.
We talked about infrastructure, and wow, when we were driving over this long bridge the whole time, I'm thinking, didn't she say that every 75% of everything needs to be upgraded?
Yeah.
Please don't let me fall in. But the bridge is beautiful. It's extremely long.
Well, some of the bridges have been maintained okay. So.
Right. Well, I'm saying, like, comparative to, Boston and what we're used to, and the Bourne Bridge and the Falmouth Bridge, Sagamore, and to go down there and see this Jamestown, it is very impressive.
I'll tell you,
impressive.
I've been on that bridge and that bridge is, but that looks safe.
It does. It looks like the paint was,
But when I drive over the bridges going over to the Cape,
yeah,
they look safe too.
They do.
But when I go over that Tobin Bridge, and in Chelsea,
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that doesn't look good.
Which is weird because they just did all that new work there too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
When you see rust spots all over the place, you get a little
That
shaky.
doesn't make you want to drive a little bit faster to
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah, it's too far a leap down below into that water,
Yeah, definitely.
But we're going to have some more interviews of
We
some
will.
of the guests that have came to the
to the show.
here.
We'd like to thank the sponsors who helped us put this great event together.
Yes, I love to thank the sponsors.
I know. That's why I set you up. That's what we call a plug, Rick.
I want to thank our good friend Carlton Cooper of Dorado Stone. He's a gold sponsor here. Silver sponsors are Cushman and Wakefield, Hayes and Sherry, the Washington Trust. That's they're a bank,
Right.
if you haven't figured that out.
Yeah, the Washington Trust Company.
A4 Architects and Planning,
Yeah.
or Architecture and Planning, and MG Commercial Real Estate, all silver sponsors. Our bronze sponsor is New England Restaurant Brokers.
Shout out to Dennis Sapone, avid guest, longtime listener.
And we'll be right back on Money Matters Radio Network.
The next level in commercial real estate. This is New England Real Estate Radio on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com. New England Real Estate Journal Radio.
All right, we're back on the New England Real Estate Journal radio show, and we're at NEREJ Cocktails and Conversation at the Providence Hilton Hotel. And we're sitting here with the mayor of Warwick, Rhode Island, Mayor Scott Avedisian. We did a show the other about a month ago.
We did.
And I just
I
found
wasn't
out,
actually on that one.
and I just found out I was saying your last name wrong.
Not a problem.
And no one corrected me.
By the way, that came out fantastic. That was a great interview.
Good.
It did. So we know there's so much going on in Warwick. As a matter of fact, I'm talking to people out in the crowd here, and they're telling me that the reason they came down because they knew you were going to be here because there's so much going on in Warwick.
Yeah, we're actually doing very well. We've had a number of meetings since our last radio show with you, with more businesses that we're going to be announcing moving to Warwick and changes that are going to be happening. And we were just named one of the 50 best communities to live in the country by the Wall Street Journal. Very, very positive. And some other good distinctions that are coming along that we'll be announcing in the next couple weeks.
Fantastic.
And I like to think it's because you were on our show.
Absolutely, of course. It's all good to let people know the good things that are happening here. We just announced international service into TF Green State Airport. For the first time ever, we'll have regularly scheduled flights to Frankfurt, Germany.
Oh, wow.
They'll be starting next June. Condor Airlines has made that commitment to come here. And we're hoping that before the end of the year, we'll have another international carrier online as well.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see that the word is getting out.
It is.
And I was watching TV last night, and
Get out of here.
And on the TV screen, there's a commercial. Warwick, Rhode Island.
Right.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of advertising in New England to convince people that TF Green is an easy airport to fly in and out of. The flights are competitive with all of your other pricing in the region, so you can come. We have a stay, park, and ride program so that you come down to Warwick, you stay the night before your flight, you leave your car parked at the hotel, we take you over to the airport, you don't have to pay for airport parking. It makes it a good win for us to be able to take advantage of trying to fill hotel space in niche markets.
Yeah, that sounds like a win-win.
As a matter of fact, one of the raffles tonight is Stay, Park, and Fly from down by TF Green.
Yep, it's all good.
From
Stuff.
the Warwick, Rhode Island
Wow.
mayor's
Absolutely.
office. And so we appreciate you coming on the show.
My pleasure.
And I know you're busy tonight, and we do appreciate you that you even came out to the event.
Not a problem.
So good luck with everything that's going
Thank
on.
you
Yeah,
very
good
much.
luck in 2015. Thanks
Good
for
to see
joining
you.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rick Kaplan and Eric Wilson, right here on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
And our next guest, we just pulled out of the crowd, is the unbelievable Carlton Cooper of Dorado Stone. So, how are you doing tonight, Colin?
Very good, very good.
I was gonna
Great
call him
event.
El Dorado.
Hey, it's a great thing. We actually have you, who's been to the Portsmouth event, the Boston event. What do you think about Rhode Island?
Another great event, and we'll keep going. Connecticut's next.
That's right, November 19th. We're going to be in Hartford, Connecticut.
Yep.
And I'm sure El Dorado Stone will be there as well.
We will sponsor once again.
Yeah.
And what is El Dorado Stone?
El Dorado Stone is architectural or manufactured stone veneer.
Okay.
Basically, a manufactured concrete stone.
For
Every project you can think of: residential, commercial, interior, exterior. We have a line of outdoor kitchen cabinets, fireplace surrounds, fire bowls. So it's not just the stone. We provide some accent products that can really kick a project into gear.
nice.
Oh, so you can put this around a fire?
We can put it around anything.
Yeah.
Kitchen islands, walls, complete. We have complete buildings that have been done with it.
Nice.
You see a lot of your small chain restaurants, retail plazas with it, office buildings sometimes, or your residential home.
Well, I noticed there's a lot of the fast food restaurants are starting to go stone on the frontage.
They're mixing the stone with eaves or stone with fiber cement. Instead of having just a one facade, kind of gives a little more character.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm wondering if is there a difference in the longevity of the product as opposed to having
Where it is concrete, we have a 50-year warranty.
50 years?
50-year warranty. It's not natural stone, but it's a 50-year warranty. It's half the price of natural stone. It's half the weight on a building. So when someone's engineering a building, they can look at that as a factor and say, hey, we can get the same look, save some money, save some money on engineering with the beams and structure that we have to go with. It's a big difference for a lot of people,
Yeah.
especially for like some of the small restaurants like a Taco Bell, something like that. It's just simple and easy to put up. Goes up quick, gives a nice look, makes them stand out above the other guys.
Is that look coming back, the rustic stone look?
Yes, a lot more. It
Yeah.
faded away for a while. You're starting to see a lot more of it now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're mixing it with metal panel. We're mixing it with fiber cement, with stucco, or strictly just full stone on some exteriors.
And where does El Dorado Stone, where's it based, and what's your geographic or demographic area?
We're based out of California, San Marcos, which is just north of San Diego.
Okay.
I cover New England and a little bit of New York.
Nice.
So I deal with architects, masons, general contractors, all our different dealers and distribution network.
Okay. Nice.
So now when you're looking for manufactured stone, don't forget, you got to call Carlton Cooper at El Dorado Stone.
Correct.
What's a better number to get it besides
Yeah,
going
tell
to
us the
Google?
number to reach.
My direct line would be 617-947-6722. Email would be ccooper@eldoradostone.com. And then for more information about the products themselves would be eldoradostone.com.
Nice.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Carlton.
Thanks for coming by, Carlton. You're the best. And that was Carlton Cooper of El Dorado Stone.
Rick
And we'll be
Kaplan
right-
and Eric Wilson, right here on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
And our next guest is Sarah Kaufman from NEMA. And we're actually going to be at one of their events.
We are.
coming up. What's the date on that?
October
event?
14th.
October
October 14th in Norwood, Mass. at the 4 Points.
Nice.
12 points is really nice.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us what this conference is going to entail for our listeners? They may want to come by and check it out.
We have a lot of classes for the property management personnel, the maintenance personnel, and resident service coordinators. We even have a great course that's going to be repeated twice through the day for stress management. So if you need a little stress reliever in your day, we'll have some
Everyone
tips
does.
for you. Yes, and we'll have some agency updates for everybody in New England. And
Nice.
yeah, it'll be good. Get about 500 people. It'll be great.
And
500 people.
Last year we had about 500 people.
Nice. And
Yeah.
how many years have you guys been doing this?
This will be our 26th conference this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
And this is what you do, right?
Yes. I think we've been at the 4 Points for 5 or 6 years now.
Right there in Norwood off of Route 1?
Yes.
Nice.
About 10 minutes from the stadium.
So, Sarah, you do all this, setting all this up just by yourself?
No.
Right?
We
You're
have,
the only one, right?
no, we have a great team behind us, the conference committee.
For anyone who doesn't know what NEMA stands for, could you tell us?
Yes, it's New England Affordable Housing Management Association. We are the New England chapter. AMA, which is Affordable Housing Management Association, is our main company. They're based in D.C.
Okay. And now this is all for property managers, residential for affordable housing.
Yes.
Okay. And now, is that a big market?
I think, yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
big.
right?
It's pretty big. We have over 130 property management companies that are our members.
Nice.
Did you just ask, is affordable property a big market?
It's affordable housing management.
Oh,
association,
well,
like a management company.
It's always growing.
I know. Well, I know the affordable housing market's very big. What I meant was, is the management companies. There are a lot of companies that are into that. So I didn't
Yeah.
know.
Well, I would guess, if they keep expanding, you're going to
Then there's housing authorities as well. So
Right.
there's always a lot of those.
Yeah, well,
So-
because a lot of them are public.
Every town
Right.
sometimes has one.
And this event is from 9 in the morning, or
It starts at about 8 o'clock in the morning is the first early session.
so
and then
9 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock, and you can come at 9. You
Yeah,
miss
right.
the first one, and then it goes till about 4.
So it's 8 to 4.
And we'll have a cocktail reception after and casino games.
Nice. Your
Yes.
casino games
Casino
after.
games.
Oh,
That's
so this
really
is
cool.
like a whole week event.
Yes.
Yeah, all packed in one
It
day.
is.
Yeah.
Free fake money to come play.
That's really cool.
Oh,
And-
yeah, it's not real. Oh,
Come on, Rick.
they
Well-
legalized gambling in Massachusetts,
True. Not yet, have they?
No, well,
I didn't think
yeah,
so.
they awarded the casino.
Casino, right. We know there's a casino night.
Yes.
So the conference, you said there's a second day to this conference.
There's a second day. About half the people are in our attendance. It's 3 different trainings. You can stay at the hotel and attend the next day instead of traveling another week.
Okay.
Just come attend a training.
Oh, it sounds like so. A lot of people bring in their families. It sounds like a whole family event.
I wish.
And now, is this just for the New England region? So you'll have Connecticut, Rhode Island, all the way up to Maine?
Yep, Maine, Vermont, and New Hampshire. We try to get
Nice.
everybody to come on down and visit.
That's
Oh,
good
it sounds
stuff.
it's educational and fun.
It is. And then we have Chris Cook, the NEMA ED. She'll be attending as well for a little while.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And we'll be there doing our videos.
Yes, they will.
Yeah, we'll
the,
be
the
doing-
NEREJ media team, Corey and Matt and myself, will be there.
Rick, you should come down.
You should.
And I'll try to make my appearance as well.
All right.
Hey,
You know?
now we just really
Now-
raised the
Stepped it up.
bar.
Now,
If Rick's making the appearance, this thing might be sold out before you know it. But we really appreciate
now
you
we got
coming
it up
Thank
to
you.
800 people. a day.
Yeah, right. Thanks for coming on and telling
Thank
us all
you.
about
Thank you,
NEMA.
Sarah.
And we'll see you in a
Couple weeks.
couple weeks. We'll be out there with NEREJ.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And
Thank you.
Sarah is down here with NEMA as one of our association sponsors. So
Yep.
Thank you.
for that as well.
It's a great time, great event.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And we'll see you at the next one.
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, guys.
Sarah Kaufman from NEMA.
Rick Kaplan and Eric Wilson, right here on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
We're back with our next guest, Michael Cadbury of Worth Avenue Capital.
Yes.
And he's been a prior, Mike.
Another prior guest?
Yeah, but Mike was
One of the first.
I think like fourth or fifth, maybe
Yeah.
15th guest.
Tops.
On our
He's within
show?
our first 10.
Well, it's got to be what, Rick? We said it's got to be a year and a half ago
Yeah.
when we
about a year
spoke.
and a
We're
half.
coming
At
up
least.
on our 100th show right pretty soon, and you were one of our first 10 guests.
Well, congratulations,
and
guys.
you know, and I was telling Mike earlier that his show was probably our most listened to
was.
show at that time.
And I paid him to say that.
Yeah. But it was
Well, you paid someone to listen to the show. That's
it was
what
our
we
first
needed.
time we
There
had
you
a
go.
real conversation on the show. It was really good.
Well, you guys do a great job, and the New England Real Estate Journal's been good to me. I get a lot of business from it. I get a lot of leads, and the radio show certainly helped. And you guys have great visibility, and this is a great conference tonight. A lot of good people here, and exchanging cards and finding out what everyone does, and you'd be surprised the deals that come out of it.
Right.
If you're willing to, just talk to people.
Right,
Just-
that's it. You have
That's
to
all
go
it
out,
is.
You have to get out and not network with people.
Exactly.
Face to face.
You really do.
It's a great tool.
Just to refresh our listeners' minds, why don't you tell us what Worth Avenue Capital is so
Sure.
they can know?
Thanks for asking. Worth Avenue Capital is a private commercial lender. What we do is we basically make loans with a pool of private capital that we have for small businesses and real estate developers / investors who, for whatever reason, do not qualify for a conventional bank loan. And what most people don't realize is that 4 out of every 5 small businesses nationwide do not qualify for conventional financing. And you say, well, why is that? Well, I can tell you why. As a former bank president, I started a bank in New Haven, Connecticut, and basically the FDIC, which is the government, which obviously regulates commercial banks because they take deposits, so the deposits are insured. Well, when you're dealing with the government, they have strict regulations in terms of what kinds of loans a bank can or cannot make. And it's gotten tougher. And now you have the Dodd-Frank law, which has really created issues for the bank. And I can just go on and on in terms of the types of things that bankers are dealing with on a daily basis. It's very difficult. So subsequently, there are a lot of good small businesses out there who, have good businesses, good people, been around a long time, they pay their bills, good collateral, but for one reason or another, they might have one thing missing. And when that happens, the bank can't make the loan. So unfortunately, what people tend to do is they go from bank to bank to bank, and they get 3 and 4 no's, and they give up. And they don't realize that, not just me, but there are a lot of small alternative lenders out there who are making loans to these people. So they shouldn't give up hope. If the banks are saying no, they need to talk to their accountant, they need to talk to their attorney, their wealth manager, whoever they deal with, whatever their network is, and they're going to find somebody like myself who probably can make the loan to them.
That's right. Before they have to get to that guy, Vinny, the loan shark on the corner of the street.
We're not a loan shark.
Before you go see Vinny.
That's what I'm saying. They have to see you before they get to that point.
Yeah, we don't want them to get to that point. That's for sure.
And I know you're based out of Connecticut.
Yes, I am.
Do you cover the whole New England region?
Good question, Eric. We will cover all of New England, and also we're expanding into South Florida. South Florida has tremendous growth opportunities, and look, a lot of people in this room have second homes that are in Florida, and that's growing. And with the weather we've been having in the winter, more people want to go down there for obvious reasons. But there's a lot of growth opportunities down there. So we're trying to stick our toe in the water down there and see what we can do, and just getting started. So we will go all over New England.
But it's not just for commercial real estate. It's for any type of business.
We call it, good question, Rick, we call it widgets. So, ABC Widget Company, for lack of a better term, that they could be a manufacturer, a distributor, a retailer, a wholesaler, and they may have real estate collateral that they can use.
Right.
I'll just give you an example. I just left the room for a few minutes to check messages. I get a call from a small business in Connecticut who was referred to me by a commercial real estate guy who, I'm not sure if he comes here, but he should. He's a Connecticut guy. Long story short, don't know the guy, calls me up and said, look, have an opportunity to buy a building in Connecticut way below market. The building is currently owned by a loan servicer. They want to dump it and get rid of it. I've been shopping around. I'm talking to the banks. I could possibly get an SBA loan, but it's going to take me 4 months. I need to move fast. I got to get this thing under contract and be able to close on it within 30 days.
Right.
Well, I can do the deal for the guy. There's no question. And I can close it in 10 days, and I don't need a mountain of paperwork like an SBA lender would need. I can get it done for him fast.
And that's a big advantage.
Right, so our cost of money is higher, but he's buying it so cheaply he doesn't care. He wants to get it, own it. Now he's got time. Now he can take his time. If it takes him 6 months to refinance the debt, get a cheap rate, pay us off, it's a win-win all the way around.
Right.
That's the type of transaction that I'm best suited for something to that. So it just happened. I left the room, got a voicemail from the guy, called him back, and going to meet the guy tomorrow at the property. And
perfect.
And now after this show, you'll probably get a couple more calls. And people
hope so.
Right?
Hope so. But in all fairness, these guys do a great job. Rick and Eric are, work hard at, and you respond to my emails. They're on my email list, and it's great exposure for not just the commercial real estate person, but for the banker, private lender like myself, a small business that's looking to network. They really do a great job.
Thank you, Mike.
We paid you to say that.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
And we're talking with Mike Tiberi of Worth Avenue Capital. And Mike, if someone wanted to get a hold of you,
sure.
What's their number?
Let me give you all my contact information. Take a look at our website and YouTube video, and that's www.weclosecommercialloans.com. Again, that's weclosecommercialloans.com. And I can also be reached on my cell phone, 203-605-4082, and via email at worthavenuecapital@gmail.com.
Thanks for coming on, Michael.
Oh, guys, thank you very much.
Mike.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me
And
tonight.
enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Rick Kaplan and Eric Wilson, right here on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
And we're back on New England Real Estate Journal Radio. I'm Rick Kaplan with Eric Wilson, and we have sitting right now at our table at the NEREJ Cocktails and Conversation is Tony Natali. I said it with a little more Italian accent right there.
I didn't know you were Italian, Rick.
Natali.
We practiced before.
Yeah, from IRA.
He's the president of IRA.
He's the
This year's
president
president
Of the Rhode Island chapter.
of the Rhode Island chapter. And what is your job outside of Rhode Island?
I work for a commercial property management company.
Okay.
We're headquartered in Dedham, Mass.
Nice.
Shopping centers, office building management.
And what's the name of that company?
Salvatore Capital Partners.
Oh, nice. We know them.
Oh. Yeah, so this is your final year. Well, you'll only have 1 year terms in IRA, right?
In Rhode Island, we actually have a 2-year term,
Oh, 2 year term.
which is nice because it gives you an opportunity the first year to kind of learn some things, and the second year you actually get to do something
Right.
Right.
worthwhile. So this is my second year.
Fantastic.
So what are some of the things that you put into play while
Right.
you were president?
Well, the big thing we've done is we have a scholarship program where we collect money from certain events and we put it in a separate account and we offer it to our members to assist in the cost of courses if they want to achieve a designation or just some more learning.
That's really cool. And you guys also do a radio show as well, don't you?
We have a radio
I was
show
gonna say,
this
don't
year.
they have a podcast as well?
We have podcasts.
Nice.
Jay Martin's one of our members. He's doing a great job. It's our first
Fantastic.
year of doing it. It's been very successful.
Right. And where could someone hear that if they wanted to? Our listeners can hear your podcast.
The podcast you can get access on our website.
Okay.
www.iramri.org.
Oh, real easy.
Now, has that helped you in any way, or
Well, we
has it
think
been beneficial, I should say?
I think it's been beneficial in that we're getting information out to our members. I think a lot of our members listen to the radio show at their desk or in their car when they're traveling, or they listen to the podcast, which is taken from the radio show.
Right.
So I don't think we do attract as much people from the outside market, but we're working on some topics that might try to get some different people interested.
But it's great for your members.
It is.
Now they can keep them. It's everyone's got a busy schedule. They might be in their car all day long, like one of our last guests.
Yeah.
They like to listen to the show in the car.
Yeah, it's on every week the same time. We alert our members every week so they remember the show's on.
Nice.
So we do what we can.
Yeah, now with a podcast, they can listen anywhere.
That's right.
And what are the type of topics you guys talk about?
All issues pertinent to property managers.
Right.
We might have a landscaping person on to talk about curb appeal at properties. We've had lawyers on talking about evicting tenants that don't pay rent. So all the top topics pertinent to real estate
Okay.
that might be helpful to managers.
Are there any tenants that don't pay rent?
There's lots of tenants that don't pay rent.
Oh, they have to move to Massachusetts then, because no one has to pay rent in Massachusetts.
Well, except Rick. I tell
I
you,
don't know the tricks yet.
Yeah, right. I was still working the system out.
Yeah.
So, what are your takeaways that what's helped you being a part of IRA?
Well, it's helped me in a lot of different ways, but the education has helped me achieve designations. And with that designation, I've been able to further my career, get more
Right.
money from my employer, change jobs. Not that I want to change jobs,
Right.
but
Right.
I've been able to, get promotions, so to speak, within the company and with other companies. And it's nice to be a member of an organization that of people that do the same thing you do, so you can network and bounce ideas off of each other.
Right.
So that's been beneficial for you, and it's probably beneficial for anyone that's trying to get into the industry and grow. They should become a member of an organization like an IRA or one of these other.
Well, we reach out to people that aren't members through the members that we currently have and through some of our other marketing techniques. But I agree 100% that for a young manager to come in, I wish I started younger, because I kind of started later in my career. But in the last 10 years, I've been a member and I've achieved a designation. But we do have some young members that we get them in college sometimes now.
Yeah.
So we're pushing internships. We have internships available. Nice. Folks can partner up with one of our member organizations if they're in college, and they can get some experience and maybe get course credit for it.
Nice.
So
No,
That's cool. That's a really good idea.
Yeah. I like that.
And how long's that been going on?
Just within my presidency.
Oh, nice.
Within the last
Nice
2 years, we've been
nice
doing
little
it.
plug. I love it.
That's it. Tony brought it to them.
I'm not running again, by the way. So.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So you could say all this stuff.
Yes.
But you've already been in office 2 years.
Correct. My
Right.
term is up, and I'm term limited.
Yeah.
I'm done.
So they don't. So your term limited. You can never go run again and be the president again.
No, but I could go to Boston and become a member of that chapter and try to
Oh, okay.
elevate myself there. Not that I'm thinking of
Nothing.
doing that.
That's cool.
But I'm happy in the Rhode Island
The
chapter.
pay is
Nice.
so good.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Yeah. My wife reminds me all the time of volunteering all these organizations.
Yeah, right.
But she does support me nonetheless.
That's great. You need a good wife to support you if
Absolutely.
you want to go big places, Mr. President.
Yeah,
Right?
Not all about the money.
that's right.
It isn't.
That's right.
What are some of the challenges that property managers are facing right now today that they may have to think twice about before 2015?
I think the economy isn't as good as a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying that we're in a recovery, but we don't always see that on our end. There's still people struggling. There's a lot of people without work, and it's difficult, I think, for a lot of people in the economy. It's kind of stagnant the way we're looking
Right.
at it. So I think that's been not been analyzed correctly in the media.
Right.
What do you think that is? You think because of the
Well, when you tell people there's money, people spend. When you tell people there's no money, they hold on to it.
well, you think that because of the inflation in the rents are just too high for what the average incomes are out there?
Well, there's a lot of low-income people that can't afford the rent. Maybe because they don't have a job, but maybe because of other circumstances. And I know the government helps out a lot. And in Rhode Island especially, there's a lot of people on public assistance. And it makes it tougher for the people that are working to contribute to the
Right.
system. Taxes are pretty high in Rhode Island. So even if you have a job, sometimes it's difficult to make ends meet.
Yeah, Massachusetts is much different.
No, I work up there, so
Yeah.
I know. But it's a
Yeah.
little bit better.
It's a little
Yeah.
bit
I
better
think
at this stage right now.
Yeah.
But again, there's some big things going on in Rhode Island, doing a lot of new redevelopments. We know in Falls Church, we know in Warwick, we
Yeah.
know in
Yeah.
all these places are really doing some big things. So
No, there are.
we expect Rhode Island to bounce back. I know. Mayor Tavares in Providence as well is doing some big things, trying to get the education back there and trying to help their labor force. But I can imagine that's going to be very difficult on a property manager too. Is not only is your residents stress of not having work and trying to come up with rent, but then your stress of having to deal with that as well.
And then we have to look at financing for our buildings. And the
Right.
banks, not only with residential loans, but commercial loans, are very tight with the underwriting. So sometimes it makes it difficult when you're refinancing something or looking to buy something. So there's a lot of challenges out there.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you
Yeah,
coming
we
on.
do appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to me.
Yeah.
No,
Anytime you call me.
Yeah. That's Tony Natale of IRM in Rhode Island.
President of IRM.
Jeez. Almost past president.
Yeah, almost past president. We'll be saying it next year.
Yeah.
Correct.
And next year's event, we'll be like, hey, Tony's joining us, the past president of IRM.
Be happy to.
And we appreciate it. Tony is participating in the NEREJ Cocktails and Conversations here in Rhode Island
And
as
good
well.
luck in 2015.
No, I think this is a great event, and I'm hoping we do it again next year and get more people here.
Fantastic.
We're going to
yeah.
try.
We're going to do our
We
best.
We never stop. We keep going. Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Rick Kaplan and Eric Wilson, right here on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
And our next guest from the NEREJ Cocktails and Conversations is Jeff Poplar. And Jeff is the president of Rickabaugh.
All right.
And he's also a broker, commercial broker, for RE/MAX Professional Commercial Brokers. And what's the full name of your company?
It's Butler Realty Group, RE/MAX Commercial.
Oh.
Right, and you guys, this is fairly
I'm under the
recent.
franchise.
You just merged, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
6 months ago?
Just a year ago.
a year ago.
September,
Yeah,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so tell us
How'd
a
that
little-
work out?
Real good. Real
Nice.
good. It gives me a much broader reach. I mean, we were a strong boutique broker within, the county.
Yeah.
But, when I went into Mass and Connecticut, it's like Butler who? I don't get RE/MAX who.
Right.
And
yeah.
they've been spending a lot of time in trying to build their brand within the commercial real estate because obviously they're well branded for residential, but
Right.
not commercial. So they're making great strides in that. And we're doing it in Rhode Island for them.
Nice.
So you have to, as president of Rickabaugh and president of Butler Realty, Remax. You have your hands full. You got a lot going on.
We're busy. Yeah.
Yeah. How much time is involved in being president of Rickabaugh?
This year's been a busy year because we had a lot of new initiatives that we wanted to get done. We wanted to rebrand Rickabaugh. We have our new branding, which you can't see on radio, but
we can see
it's on video.
we have our new branding, our new logo, which was just up there.
We had it all over our invitations and our booklet.
It was
Right.
nice.
We launched the Rhode Island Commercial Information Exchange, or helped to get that done with MLS. MLS has helped. So we had a busy year and a fair amount of time, but it's at the sunset now. So the sun is setting on my presidency.
And how long is the term for Rickabaugh?
1 year.
1 year term.
Yeah.
You got all that accomplished. You got a new logo. Rice, you got it going up and down.
Yeah, we're working on. We set up new committees. We set it up like a more formal board now, and they get some great involvement, from the other brokers, and so we're starting to kind of set the plan for long term. We've had our strategic planning, for 3 to 5 years. So we've done that a couple of times now. So
to make it easier for the next president to step in, he kind of already knows. What
so
the
have you
goal
been
is.
doing that, reorganizing the whole association?
we've been with the help of the rest of the board. Yes.
Right.
So the whole thing was consistency, passing off when Ann Fonsalino comes in. She's already been there, done that, knows exactly what's going on, knows who the players are. So it'll be a much easier transition for her.
Ann is going to be next year's president.
Yeah.
Oh,
So she
nice.
gets to just kind of pick up the beat.
Right.
I don't think she'll miss a beat at all because she's been working with me right along.
Right.
Right.
And Ann was here tonight as well.
And it's very easy
Yeah.
to pass the baton if you have the same goal 5 years out, and that can be 5 different people.
Right.
just
Right.
Moving along.
Yeah,
That's
it
great.
works out good. That way, the same ideas keep growing.
And we're also going to have an organization of the past presidents to kind of keep that brain trust. Before you just go away and be out the pasture, and so I call it the Dead President Society, but it's going to be the Past Presidents Group, which will just help to keep the same ideas and borrow from. Well, I did that already. I can help, Ann and the past presidents like Peter Scotti and
Right.
Mike Alves. I mean, some great people who have already kind of been there, done
Right,
that. Who
and
can help
that's
out.
a good idea because that way it doesn't lose the momentum.
We're not starting,
Right.
starting from scratch
Every year it's a whole new regime.
Yep.
And,
Right.
yeah,
And that's the way a lot of us started.
right.
That must have been tough.
Yeah, so you put all of this in play, with the board.
Yeah, with Michelle Caprio's help. Michelle has just been stellar, and she's our executive director and helping us organize all this and pulling pieces, cobbling the pieces together.
And Michelle has been a lot of help for us putting this together
As
with
well, yeah.
Rickabaugh as well. And I hope she's feeling better. She was under the weather.
She has walking pneumonia,
Yeah.
poor kid.
She's missing the boogie woogie flu.
Yeah. Props to Michelle for helping us get
Yeah,
this all organized.
and and even though she has the walking pneumonia, she still came in and dropped off some of the stuff here today. That's how devoted can you find someone like that?
We want to talk about our event a little bit coming up.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's talk about it.
You want me to talk
you
about
want
it?
us
One of us has to talk about it.
Yeah, I think someone's going to talk about it.
Well, I think you probably know more
I
about
bet
him than
you
me.
definitely know about it. Let's fire this paper back over and read off. And what is this event?
I have trouble figuring out my event.
This is our annual meeting, which is our installation
Of new
dinner for
officers?
Ann Fonsalino, new officers. It'll be recognition of our Realtor of the Year, Jamie Moore, who's over in the corner there. She was
Nice.
our Realtor of the Year, and she's actually getting involved in regional Realtor politics as well. So Jamie's really doing a great job, not only locally, but regionally and nationally soon. We just had Ron Phipps, from Rhode Island, was the president of the National Association of Realtors.
Nice.
Maybe we'll see Jamie there someday, who knows. But
Yeah.
she's making regional strides outside of our little
You got to start somewhere.
puddle, right? But she's our Realtor of the Year. So this is going to be a number of things. In addition to our installation dinner and our Realtor of the Year recognition, we wanted to have something that was going to be a signature event that we're going to do every year that will be recognized for. And we started out with the idea of an economic summit. And it kind of evolved into our new name, Commercial Real Estate, a look back, a look forward. economic summit and annual meeting. So we wanted to put together a panel of professionals that would be kind of a cross-pollination of different professionals that would be involved in a commercial real estate transaction, but also to bring in different organizations. And we got CE credits. This is when Michelle works her magic. I said,
Yeah.
we want to do this panel. We have an idea. She helped us organize it. She got the state to give us CE credits, so any agent or appraiser that shows up can get, I think, 3 hours of continuing education credits just for being there and listening to a really interesting panel. So if you don't mind, I'll introduce who the panel is going to be.
No, go right
we
ahead.
Don't mind at all. Just read it right
Because it's
on.
kind of a who's who of.
You'll have to give me that sheet before you leave, though, because we'll promote this.
Yeah, we'll
next
promote it
couple of
every
weeks.
week on our radio show until it's up and done.
And it's great because these are guys that most of us do business with in a real estate transaction anyway, and they can talk about their perspective of commercial real estate, a look back and a look forward. In fact, Mr. Denile is going to give us some newspapers
Nice.
in front pages of Rhode Island section going back 70s, 80s, 90s. So we'll do our look back. Here's what it used to look like,
That's cool.
and here's what it is going to look like.
That's nice of him because he's usually not very nice.
I had a
Karen
strong
Dow
arm.
pulls, Karen Dow pulled some strings. I'm pretty
she
sure
did.
that's how
She
it
did.
went.
Twisted arms, pulled strings, whatever it takes, she does it. So anyways, we're going to have Richard Hittinger, who's the president of Alliance Environmental Group. His discussion is going to be on what property needs an environmental assessment, which properties need an environmental assessment.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Gibbons, who I've known for probably 25 years in the banking business, vice president of Coastway Community Bank. We'll do an overview of commercial lending products available. Joe Parasol Construction, again, I've known him for probably 20, 25 years. Commercial construction consideration and trends. Kevin Flynn, associate director of State Division of Statewide Planning, is going to talk about some of the statewide initiatives. Len Bradley from Dupree, vice president of Dupree Engineering, overview of the civil engineering field and commercial real estate. Pete Regan, principal at Regan, Sayer and Thayer, is going to talk about commercial real estate transaction from an attorney standpoint. And Greg Picaro, a good friend of mine, my CPA, is going to talk about 1031 tax exchanges. So real well-rounded panel of some who's who of professionals in the state who are, I think, carry a lot of credibility and are going to bring some
Right.
The
people
panel
in.
is from 3 to 5.
Yep.
And then you have the networking from 5 to 6.
Yep.
And,
And
you have
cocktails.
The, and then, yep.
Don't forget cocktails.
Networking over cocktails, 5 to 6, and then you'll do 6 to 8. You'll have the annual meeting.
Annual meeting and installation.
Right.
That's
So you
a great
tied, you
idea.
tied that all into one day. That's perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people can't even leave.
So next year we might do it independently. We wanted to have a signature event, but we figure we're going to have a crowd there anyway, so we'll kind
Right.
of build on that. And next year we'll maybe do it this way, maybe do it a different way.
I mean, that's
And what
more on
day
the
is that?
convention style.
October 7th. It's
On
Tuesday
night.
night. It's at the Squantum Association in East Providence.
Nice.
Approved for 2 hours of real estate continuing education credit.
Oh, nice. Oh, yes. They get,
Oh, so you even get the credits
yeah,
for
you get
that.
Credits,
CE
yeah.
credits. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
there you go, Eric.
He's doing huge things here. This is,
Yeah.
I mean, that's more than I do in my whole career.
So
that's
you,
why-
mind,
that's
you mind
by the
talking
way,
into the mic?
That's why I pulled away. I didn't want to say that out loud, but that's ridiculous. You did more in Rickabor in 1 year than I've done so far in my 3 years at the Journal. I love it.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Well,
we like the networking events especially. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, who
That's
doesn't?
where I spend most of my time.
Yeah.
In the networking events.
Yeah, it's my sinister way of it's all about the party. Let's create a party.
That's right.
Something a reason to be there. you know?
Yes, exactly.
But
Something
you
to
know
talk
what?
about.
But you know what? In all honesty,
Yeah.
you meet more people at networking events that are not tied to really just one direct business.
Right.
Right.
You know, if you're there to listen to a seminar or a speaker, you don't get much networking done.
Right. It's
So.
you usually want to have an hour. You want to have a topic. You
Yeah.
want to have people that come from different fields, but generally the same industry, just
Right.
different fields within it. Because you never know where one business could lead to. You know, somebody who, paves driveways may know somebody who owns a building that you may not know, and then next thing you know, he wants to sell it, and then you get a broker, and there's a Poplar Realty Group.
That's right.
And that's how easy it works, all at a networking event.
And-
That's why we're encouraging our affiliate networks. On any one real estate transaction, you might actually work with each one of these individuals, each one of these industries,
Right.
just on one deal.
Right.
Because you got to finance it, you got to get an attorney, you got to get usually an accountant to at least provide some of the
Appraiser, right.
information for
Right.
financing,
Environmental
engineering.
assessor.
Yeah. So
No, I know.
That's the whole idea.
You would think I know what I was talking about. I'm just throwing names out there.
He has no clue. But
I hear all these professionals come on. They talk about it all the time. So I pick up a few things.
it's past 7 o'clock. He gets a little wound up like that.
A little giddy for my nighttime.
Well, I hope you guys are going to be there October 7th.
I will. Just send me an invite. I'll
October
come down.
7th. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to put it on my calendar.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
We should do a broadcast.
Yeah. Oh, I'm already doing a broadcast the 8th and the 6th. So
Well, you know what? We'll talk off the. We'll talk off the.
I'll be there tweeting.
We can try.
Yeah,
right?
hit me up.
We got all of these other broadcasts going on,
do.
but yeah, we can try something.
That's what you do, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. We do.
That's like I sold real estate yesterday. Got to sell real estate again tomorrow. What do you mean?
I know you do one radio show a week, Rick. It's done for the year.
It's not. You would think it was that easy. It was. You would think it is as easy as selling real estate.
Just show up.
You think doing a radio show?
You don't have to involve all these people, though. You know?
He does have to involve me, and I have about 8 of those personalities. But
that's true.
We had a really good cocktails and conversations tonight.
Yes.
Again, Rick. So thank you, Jeff. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you,
here.
Jeff. We appreciate Rickabor being part of the whole
Once again,
association
we appreciate it.
and the NEREJ event.
Yeah.
But
We're trying to pull it all together.
yeah, and we're always there to help the associations.
Right.
Certainly are.
Find us on YouTube at NERE Journal. Find us on iTunes. Find us at nerej.com/media. See us November 19th in Connecticut. We'll be doing the show there.
At the
October 7th. Don't forget to go down to East Providence. Check out the
Quantum
annual.
Club.
That's right.
Beautiful
Annual
facility,
meeting.
too.
Get your CE credits with.
Is there a website on that, Jeff?
You can go to rickabor.com, rickabor.org.
Rickabor.org.
Info@rickabor.org.
Nice.
RICABOR.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and if you don't catch that, you can always go to radio@nerej.com.
And
we
we'll
can
put you in
always
touch with
forward you
Jeff
the
right away.
information as well. And I again, I can't thank you enough, Jeff.
Thanks,
we
guys.
appreciate you guys coming and supporting our event.
It's weird. He always seems to find a way to thank me enough.
Why do I have to thank you?
Because I just was the one who sounded like I knew what I was talking about.
Well, thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Eric.
Thanks, guys.
And today's show is brought to you by NEREJ, New England Real Estate Journal Radio, New England Real Estate
Journal.
Journal. I'm going to let Eric finish the rest of it because I
Bringing
didn't
together
bring
the
my.
commercial real estate industry for over 50 years. Find us at nerej.com. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor on the show, call 800-654-4993 or email us at radio@nerej.com. Again, that's 800-654-4993, or you can email us at radio@nerej.com.
And you know what I'm going to say?
I'm waiting for you to say
You
it.
know what I'm going to say,
Yeah.
Eric? I think this deal is done.
It's New England Real Estate Journal.